Be happy you are disappointed, because if you're not disappointed, you're probably dead. Okay? And I know it sounds like I'm being mean, but I wasn't swinging like I'm, bad, like, No, I was screaming like a girl while I was swinging. Do you like Halloween?
At all. Like, I hate being scared. You know this. Like, being scared is like the most disgusting feeling ever.
It is not a disgusting feeling. It is hilarious. And this sucks because she doesn't like to be scared. So, and I come from a household where we scared each other. Every day, everybody was fair game. My mom, my dad, my sisters. That's what we did. So you always had to be alert in the household.
So you celebrate Halloween every single day of the year.
It didn't matter, mask or no mask. We trying to scare each other. And that's the whole thing. Halloween's about pranks and scary stuff and candy, which is definitely my favorite part. But also scary stories, like all the urban legends and stuff that we kind of like kids want to test out, which I didn't test out, but
like the Ouija table, no?
I forgot how you call that name.
Ouija.
Yeah, I call it Ouija.
Yeah,
it's like a Ouija or whatever it's called. I forgot the name of it, but yeah,
let's not do that.
I didn't play with that, but because I was not trying to test any of those urban legends. Did y'all have
Yeah, so our parents used to scare us with El Coco. Like if you were a bad kid or you didn't go to sleep on time, El Coco.
Is that the coconut?
No, it was like a monster, like a thingy that steals kids, that take kids away from
look like a coconut?
No, that was just the name. El Coco is
isn't
something
Coco
bad.
Coconut?
Sí, pero it's different. You know, words have different meanings.
I understand words have different meanings, but how can you be afraid of a coconut?
It's not a coconut. It's a monster.
It's El Coco. What am I missing here?
We also got scared with the man of the sack, El Hombre del Saco. And this... and he didn't bring candies in his saco. Let's face it.
What is it, Santa Claus?
Some people thought that it was the bad Santa Claus, but no. This is actually a real story. You know, like in 1910, it happened that a curandera, a healer.
A healer?
Yeah, like one of those women that heals.
Oh, a healer. Okay.
Yes. There was a lot of tuberculosis in the country back then. Right. And so she came out with the idea that tuberculosis could be cured if the person drank blood from kids. And this like truly happened. And so
yeah, I have a thing with kids. And I'm
So listen, so they did capture a kid and they drained the blood and give it to the guy, and then they said that you had to put the intestines or something from the insides right here on their chest. One of the accomplices went to the police and told the story, and so they three, because it was three, the healer, the person that was sick, and
the guy with the sack, I'm guessing.
Yes, and the guy of the sack, and they all got like taken to jail. Our black cat is taking protagonism on the Halloween video as always. But yeah, they took them to jail, and since then there was a whole story about if you don't behave or if you wander around in the streets at nighttime, El Hombre del Saco is going to come take you because they're gonna do a ritual with your blood because you're a kid. But we didn't know that whole story growing up. At least I didn't know that. Like I recently learned that it's actually a real thing.
That is insane.
It is insane that we use it with kids to scare kids so they can go to bed early and have dreams with either El Hombre del Saco or Freddy Krueger, which I also watched when I was a kid.
First, the Freddy Krueger still scares me today. I'm not going to lie about it. As a kid growing up, I'm black. So I know I can outrun two white guys. Jason and Michael Myers, I can outrun them. That's cool. I can't outrun a guy that's waiting for me to fall asleep. There's no way around this. So as a
He's
kid,
just waiting for you to rest.
As a kid, jumping in your covers with your flashlight, you're safe. But this dude wants you to go. No.
Yeah,
so, and my dad used to do some horrible stuff to me. He knew how much I was afraid of him since I was a kid. And our apartment back then was like a long hallway. The kitchen was at one end and the bedroom was at the other end. So when my dad wanted to scare me or really traumatize me, he would take my mom, my two sisters, take them into the bedroom, and the circuit breaker was right there in front of the bedroom. So he will flip all the switches off, go in the bedroom and close the door and lock me out there saying, Freddy's coming.
Ay, madre.
And here I am begging and banging on the door, screaming like a little girl, Mommy! Mommy!
Pobrecito mío.
The problem is, like, and I'm sure you've seen Nightmare on Elm Street. You know that corridor that he runs down? You see a shadow first, and then he turns the corner.
And there's never an end.
Yeah, so I just keep banging on the door, looking down the hallway, banging on the door, looking down the hallway. I'm 9, so I couldn't reach the circuit breaker to flip the switch back on, so that was just out of reach.
I'm going to say something very dark. Sometimes I'm really happy I grew up without a father. However, some of Spain's creepiest urban legends are Some stories that will keep you awake for days, like if you tell them in the right environment.
Listen, you have to sacrifice a kid. Y'all really have a problem with things they do to kids here. This is a problem. I'm going to call it out right now.
Let's move on. So in the U.S., everybody's like, "Oh, Salem, Salem." That's how you say it.
What's Salem?
Salem,
Salem?
the city in Boston with the witch
Oh,
hunt.
Salem. Salem. Witches, yeah.
So I got to go there right before I met you because, to me it's very intriguing, the whole
Witchcraft,
brujas things and everything, the witchcraft. But here in Spain, we have a place that actually a lot of people that is into this world come and visit. It's in the north of Navarra, Euskadi, all that area. And it's called the Witches of Zugarramurdi.
Zugarramurdi.
Zugarramurdi. And so they said that in the early 1600s, there was a dispute in the town because there were some women, probably they were just healers that love cats, right?
Yeah.
Like all the legends of witches.
Sure.
And because they were so connected to nature, and that area is like full of nature, like trees and mountains, like it's really beautiful or haunted, right? And so they said that they saw them in a cave dancing to the devil.
Dancing to the devil?
Yes.
How do you know they're dancing to the devil?
So, around that time, we had something called the Inquisition here in Spain, which it was like the big religious Catholic power taking control of everything.
Right.
And because that was completely against God and completely against everything, it was time to kill these witches. With the Witches of Zugarramurdi, they say that you can still feel the presence as you walk through the town. And they actually have a statue and everything of one of the women that were punished and killed because of this. So some people say that you can still feel the presence as you walk there. So there is actually groups of people that go to like witch hunt places around the world. And this is one of the must spots to go visit.
Yes, can I help you? And we have some of like the witch stuff. We have some of those things in the U.S., obviously in the Salem part. And there are people that actually go to those areas where the whole thing was. And
I went. I saw where they were burned. I saw some of their where they put the rest of their bodies. Like I saw everything. I saw the house where they like closed them together. I saw everything.
Yeah, I
was quite disappointed, I have to say, because in the U.S. everything is so big and so like flashy and everything, and Salem is really, no offense or anything like that, but I just found it like to be just like a cute small town that is more towards merchandise selling than anything else.
Yeah, be happy. Be happy you are disappointed, because if you're not disappointed, you're probably dead, okay? It came true.
You're crazy.
And you crossed into a realm you shouldn't have crossed into.
I don't want to go visit and feel like the presence of the Witches of Zugarramurdi or anything like that. But I want to feel the essence. I want to like feel, I don't know, like something really happened here.
I don't want to feel.
Over there, it looks like a freaking Disney of witches.
Yeah, be happy it look like a Disney of witches. What do you want to do? Kids want to go see it as well. What, you want me to dress it up as it normally was? What are you crazy? What is wrong with you?
I think a lot of our viewers are going to agree with me.
I'm fine with urban legends, but I'm not going to test urban legends. Like, we have our boogeymans and stuff like that. I'm guessing the boogeyman's kind of like your...
El hombre de saco.
El hombre de saco, yeah. Sí. Well, the boogeyman is always in your closet, so...
Okay, this one is not in the closet.
No, he's always
this one in a city
in your closet or under your bed, and he's just, he's going to take the kids, basically.
Sí, that's el coco.
That's el coco.
Sí.
The coconut again?
Here we go.
The coconut is coming to get me.
Anywho, if there is definitely something that I don't want to experience, it will be walking outside in Galicia in rural areas.
Why? I thought Galicia is beautiful.
Galicia is beautiful. We all love them. But at nighttime, the urban legend is something called La Santa Compañía.
La Santa Compañía?
Compañía. It's a group of people that have like ropes on top. Oh, they don't look at you. They don't do anything. They're barefoot and they hold a candle.
Okay.
And they say that if you're walking in the streets at nighttime of a rural area, streets or like the forest or whatever, and you smell like candle, like, the wax of the candle, you better not look back. Because that means that group of people is following you. And if they're following you, it's like a procession. Procession, you call procession? So if they're walking behind you like a procession, it's because you're the next one to go.
So you're telling me if I'm walking outside at nighttime,
At nighttime. And it's foggy.
and of course it's foggy. What else would it be? Bright blue skies and sunny? No, of course not. So
it smells like wax.
Yeah, I smell like a candle burning or wax
Yes.
or whatever. And
don't look back.
And if I smell that, don't look back. So I just run.
You run the hell out
So
of
does
it.
it change if I see them or don't see them?
Yes, if you see them, you're locked.
Okay.
That's why you don't look back.
Oh, so you don't look back. Yeah, that's a really hard thing to do. What if there's like a group of you and you happen to smell wax? Let's say if it's like 2 or 3 of you.
Then you just run. They also say
I'm
that
tripping somebody and then I'm running.
Hello.
Nah.
They also say that if you draw a circle around you, they will walk by you and keep going.
I ain't taking that chance. I ain't taking that chance.
They also say that usually this procession is led by a living human that person might not know and wake up in the middle of the night like a sleepwalker.
Now that's some creepy.
Listen.
That's creepy.
And and this human is supposed to be carrying a cross. If they cross your path and this human gives you the cross, that means that you're gonna die within the next year. From that moment, 1 year you have.
On another note, on my evil side, I would just do that to people. I'll be waiting outside to be burning candles in the forest so people smell it.
You are horrible.
I know that somebody has to be doing it. I'm not the first one to think of it. I'm sure somebody in Galicia is doing it and enjoying themselves every time or every evening with that.
Listen, they say that this comes also from the Celts. Again, a lot of influence in the north from them. But then the church obviously had to take over. And that's how now they're supposed to be wearing all white and have a cross in their thingy. And now it's a little bit more of a religious kind of belief that they're taking your soul. And
I'm not. Why are you walking outside?
So what I'm trying to tell you this is that I don't think that anybody is gonna mess up with any religious kind of beliefs because you
want to be obviously you be careful. But here's my thing: is it like a certain? Because all these things have some kind of like limitations, or at least they should. Is this like only happens on certain months, days, a specific time of the year?
Throughout the entire year.
Throughout the entire year. So we're not moving to Galicia. That's what you're telling me?
Well, there's some urban legends in Asturias as well. So there's urban legends everywhere in Spain if you start looking at the map. So we're not going to go that route because then we won't be moving. We actually wouldn't be here because there's an urban legend here in I think it's in Vallecas, which is like 20 minutes away from here.
That's 20 minutes enough right there. Our urban legends may not be that. I know we have some that are that extravagant, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. Like for me, the ones that come to mind is like the whole... like the Bloody Mary thing. Like if you say her, like kids used to go in the bathroom and say her name five times. In
front of the mirror.
In front of the mirror. I am not one to test these things with. I am not one to go and test this. Apparently my cousin and his friends wanted to do it. So I'm staying at my cousin's house. I'm enjoying, playing some video games. They're like, oh, let's do the whole thing. I'm like, do what thing? It's like, he was talking to my cousin. My friend and his cousin were talking. So we go to the bathroom just like to get some stuff. And so they close the door and turn off the light. And he started to say it. I'm like, no, let me out. Y'all want to do that? Y'all do that by yourselves. Let me out. Y'all go ahead and do your thing. We got a visitor here who apparently needs a new toy. So my cousin started to say it again. And by the time he got to say it the third time, I punched him in the face. I was not playing. I was getting out of that bathroom. I'm like, Started swinging on him. And I'm like, listen, you better open that door. I told his friend, you better open the door. You next. I was like 12 and I was swinging. And I know it sounds like I'm being mean, but I wasn't swinging like I'm, bad. Like, No, I was screaming like a girl while I was swinging. Let me out!
I believe you. I heard that scream before.
Whatever.
I love that you have all these stories because since I hate scary moments and scary everything, like I avoid watching scary movies. I avoid anything scary. So I have no stories to tell you. I can only tell you about the things that I have heard.
I have tons. And being a truck driver, I have some bad experience. Like, you know what? I wasn't always a very good person. I know that. And God played a very, very bad trick on me. This was actually when you and I started dating. Yes. I'm sure you know this story.
I remember.
I'm on the road and I'm doing an overnight drive. And I'm, just meat delivery. So and every time I drive overnight, I always think I'm going to hit a deer or something like that because it's night. I'm by myself. But anyway, I was in Arizona, or I think I was in Nevada coming into Arizona, and I have to take the back roads because that's the way my company wanted me to go. And when you take the back roads, there's always these small towns you go through. And it's dark. And so I'm saying to myself, it's like 8:30 at night. And I'm telling myself, I'm gonna use the lights from the houses to kind of light my path because it's really dark in this little ass
It is
town.
crazy how in the US after 7 p.m. First of all, it
Yeah,
goes
it's
dark
in the
really
South,
early.
yeah.
But in so many cities in the US after 7 o'clock, there is no light
just
whatsoever
dead, just
or
darkness.
people.
So I'm
Nothing.
driving through this little town in the dark, and I'm like, man, there's no people out here. All the lights in the houses were off. There was no light, no night lights, no TV lights, no lamps, no porch lights, nothing. And I'm on the phone with her, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this place looked crazy. And I come across one light, and it's in somebody's backyard, and it's like a spotlight just shining down on a bird coop box, but the fence where the bird is supposed to be inside looked like something burst out of it. And I'm on the phone. I'm like, baby, stay on the phone with me right now. It looks like I'm driving through the town where Jason, Michael Myers, and Freddy Krueger get together for barbecue. So just stay with me on the phone. And I kid you not, as soon as I told her that, I lost service on my phone. I started freaking the heck out.
Meanwhile, I was at home cleaning, not paying attention with, I think I had Julio Iglesias or Rafael playing in the
Thank you.
background.
I'm having a mini panic attack here because anytime in these moments, the trucks in the US are much bigger than the trucks out here in Europe. So we have a whole like bed and like area back there. So I pull the curtain back and flip on all the lights in my truck just to check the back to make sure it's still empty. Because in these moments, I think Freddy Krueger is gonna pop up back there in my bed and just peek out. I'm like, hey, I'm here. And so I flip on all the lights, do a quick check, no Freddy, turn off all the lights, make sure my door is locked, make sure that door is locked, and then I'm looking both ways in the mirrors, and I'm still trying to call you during this whole time. During this like 15-second panic attack, I'm trying to dial her and there's no service. So that's when I really had to lock in and kind of pay attention to my area. And all this is because when we're in towns as a truck, we can only go maybe like 10 to 15 kilometers per hour. So that means anyone can jump onto your truck at that speed. And that's something that a lot of people did back in the US where there's a story about that, urban legend about that too, where someone would jump up in between where the trailer and the truck is, and they'll ride it along the way that when you stop, you die, basically. So I'm paranoid. And when you're paranoid, all your peripherals, you're just seeing shadows move outside as you're driving. I'm like, okay, let me just figure out where the hell I am. And I look up, street sign said Elm Street. Elm Street.
It's a very common name for a street in the US. That's why the movie was made for that.
Not in that moment. I don't care what that street probably wasn't even named that.
It's like say here Gran Via. Gran Via is in every single city.
I don't know what I did, but obviously God said, you know what? I needed this in my life right now. And I swear, I promise you, I looked up that street and it looked like the same White House in the movie. And I'm like, After that, I didn't care about nothing. I didn't care about speed limits because in my head, I died. I'm already dead. So I just started flooring it, driving as fast as I could, and I was not stopping until I seen light. I was waiting till I get to an area with light. And here I am thinking, like, if the cops pull me over going this fast, I'm just going to have to explain to them I'm scared of Freddy Krueger, and you have a street back there named Elm Street. What do you want me to do? But then I thought about it. I'm like, no, if a cop pulls me over, the cop is going to be Freddy. That's what's going to happen. The cop is going to come to my door and it's going to be Freddy Krueger.
It's like, let's write you a ticket.
I know I have a crazy imagination, but man, listen, it keeps me alive.
Recently, we received a comment in our channel saying that, Bryan is so big and strong. I can't imagine him being afraid of anything. And I answer, you have no idea. He's a freaking chicken.
Do not be fooled by my size. All this is decorative. It is not real. It's just decorative. They don't do anything but help me run faster.
Oh, you know what? The video that you said that you put me in front of you, like you started like walking behind me to avoid contact. So somebody said that I was a human shield.
Yes.
But nobody will imagine that you'll be afraid of something. I'm like, listen. He has used me as a human shield in multiple scenarios in our history together, in our 10 years together. And yes, he's scared even of the wind.
Listen, for lack of a better word, I'm a bitch. Let's get that straight. When it comes down to things like this and this horror stuff, I'm a bitch. Even playing my video games, I can't just go and play horror games. I have to build myself up to play scary games.
Even though your father scared you throughout your entire childhood.
Yeah. Like
you will think that you have built some tolerance.
I used to be numb to it, but for some reason lately, I guess dealing with you and not getting the scary stuff out of my system as need be, I've withered away to become what I am today. Thanks to you. I'm nothing but a husk of my former self.
I have an urban legend of a road.
Of a road?
Of roads.
To go with my driver's
Yes.
stuff? Oh, please, tell me this one.
So, la niña de la curva.
La niña
de la curva.
De la curva?
Yeah.
What is that?
Curva is turn.
It's the curve, right?
Yeah.
So
the curve. The curve for you is like the side of the road.
No, not curb. Curve.
Yes,
like a curve.
Yes.
So the girl of the curve?
Yes. Yeah. So there is many stories around this, but basically the urban legend is that if you drive at nighttime.
Where at?
Well, that's the thing, that there is legends in different points of Spain. Like there's one in between Alicante and Valencia. Then they say that there was one in Barcelona from a family from Austria that moved here. Then the other ones are saying that no, that it happened in Asturias. So it's
Okay.
But the thing is that happens? Whenever you drive at nighttime, and there's fog because
of course,
there has to be fog. And you see a girl or a woman dressed in white. Usually, she has her hair on top of her face.
Of course she does. Why would she do her hair?
Long black hair or long dark hair.
Of course. She couldn't be a short-haired woman, could she?
Yeah, so anyway, don't stop.
Don't stop. Okay.
Don't stop, just keep driving, because if you stop, she's going to get next to you if you're driving alone, or in the passenger seat if you're driving with somebody.
Like in the backseat, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
And, you're going to think like you're helping somebody, so you're doing something good. But she has a dead look into her. And when you get to a certain curve, she's going to tell you, that's the curve where I died. And then you turn back or you turn to your side, depending on the situation, and the girl has disappeared.
Bullshit. I am not doing that. No, thank you. Like, if that was my situation, first of all, I ain't picking up nobody. You out there on the street by yourself, you was doing something you shouldn't be doing. That ain't happening. But to get in my car and then tell me, oh, that's where I died. I'm like, nah, bitch, back where I picked you up, that's where I died. I'm sorry. I'm out.
This is my ghost.
This is my ghost. I died back there when I picked you up. No. What do you mean? And then just vanish? That's what she does? See, y'all got some weird ass ghosts. Y'all
listen,
that's a prank.
No, but the thing is that there are stories that are attached to these situations of girls that were killed or like died in an accident. And so they all come from just like the witches that I told you first, or El Hombre del Saco, like they all come from true stories, which is because Freddy Krueger, okay, as scary as he can be and everything.
That's what I said by saying the name. Go ahead, continue.
There is no recollection that there was a man that actually did that in the U.S.
Well, I mean, we had a lot of kidnappers and like what is here today as the whole thing, the movie-ish of it, that's fake. There is a real story behind him, though. There's an actual story. Like the same thing with the Amityville Horror.
What?
You ever seen the movie Amityville Horror?
No, I don't watch scary movies.
Well, anyway, there's a movie of this thing where the house is supposed to be like haunted, it's an evil house. And the thing is, when families move into that house, within I think 3 weeks or something, the families kill themselves. So this was like a thing. Like the house is no longer being rented because it was a real thing. And
there's a lot of houses like that in the U.S.
Yeah, there are, because it's the U.S. We kill each other. So, but anyway, like they made a movie about it, and in the movie they put a story about some guy named I think it was like Ketchum or something like that, and so he used to do something with kill the kids or whatever, something. I can't remember the full story. I'm sure somebody knows it and put it in the comments. But yeah, I actually had a load that had to pass by the house of the Amityville Horror. And I said, no, thank you. I'll take a different load. You can switch this out. I wasn't going near that house.
Of course you would.
I don't care if I'm driving or speeding by it. I ain't passing by it. No, thank you. I'm not going to test these things out. I don't open those doors.
So you won't be driving in Galicia at nighttime?
Oh, heck no.
Or Asturias? You won't visit caves in
So
Navarra?
if you invite us to dinner, and I know you guys eat at 10, 11 o'clock at night, y'all can count me out.
I'm not eating.
I'm not eating at that time. I'm going to go back to my U.S. eating hours, like 7, 8 o'clock when it's the sun out. urban legends like the Saco, the coconut, and
El coconut.
I'm not getting over the coco. And what was the other one? The girl at nighttime. Oh
La
man,
niña de la curva.
see that's some weird stuff. Like we have our, because like the movie Candyman.
Yeah.
Came from the Bloody Mary thing. I forgot the person that was kidnapping kids where Freddy Krueger came from. But we have Jason and Michael Myers. But
They were serial killers and
right.
stuff. Yeah.
Do y'all have any like famous slashers or anything like that?
I can't. Again, I don't watch a lot of scary movies, so I don't think so. But I'm sure if some. I mean, maybe like a comedian kind of like satire about it. I don't know. Anybody knows?
So
Explain it to you.
Yes,
Or
please.
explain it to me. And this is something, again, the North is where our most scariest legends and stories are. Yes.
You don't have nothing in the South like that?
No, we like the Hombre del Saco is supposed to be from Almeria.
Oh, okay.
So next to Murcia,
Yeah, glad we got out of there.
But because the North is like the main area where scary things are, there is a saying that says, Megas y brusas.
Megas
y brusas, this is in Gallego, okay? Megas y brusas, abelas, ailas.
Abelas, ailas.
And basically, I'm not going to translate literally because it doesn't make sense. You say something like that when you're like, okay, so do you believe in witchcraft or do you believe in spirits? And then you will say, megas and brusas, abelas, ailas.
So you just believe it. So that's just like your...
Yeah, they exist. Somehow they do exist. Both of them, the enchanted healers and the witches, they do exist.
Is it like an acceptance of it?
Yes.
Okay, so like, you got like the good and the
like
bad.
You gotta believe in anything just in case. Just like me that I believe in anything and everything just in case.
Por si las moscas.
Por si las moscas.